Hello everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another Watch with Nordic live commentary stream here today. And we got a bit of a different one here tonight. We don't do these teams very often. We don't. It's between the St. Louis Blues and the Nashville Predators. We have done neither of these teams very often this season, and we're getting them in here for a stream tonight. It is Hockey Fights Cancer Night here in St. Louis. So we're going to have a little bit of probably an extended intro here. But how's everybody doing? It feels great to be back after a few days hiatus from the commentary streams. It's good to see everybody pouring in here. Hope you guys have had a great weekend. It's once again another Monday, which means a Watch with Nordic Monday here, as we get ready to start this one between the Nashville Predators and the St. Louis Blues. Starting goaltender preview here tonight, you have Jose Saros in net against Joel Hofer, who is making his first Watch with Nordic start tonight. He has played in a game before, but it was in relief nearly a year ago, and he's finally getting in here for a live commentary stream. Overall, these two teams face off, and both of them have been very underwhelming this season. The Predators, dead last in the NHL. They're not doing that great. The St. Louis Blues could be better, but not doing that great either. And there's been a lot of struggles here amongst both of these teams to climb in the NHL standings and get points. The Predators have been getting better recently, but they need a lot more wins to do so there with this. As we get ready for puck drop here in just a moment, it is Hockey Fights Cancer Night in St. Louis, so we got a little bit of an extended intro here that is currently going on. But thank you all so much for tuning in. It's good to see everybody here in the stream. And I definitely miss doing these commentary streams for sure. So it's great to see everybody pouring in here. I'm not expecting for it to be that big of a stream, because these two teams, we have not done that much this year. And as in Nashville's opinion, we haven't done Nashville that much ever. This is only the second time we have live streamed them in a live commentary stream, both of them being this year. So it's definitely a bit of a different one for me. I saw this and I'm like, hey, why not get a Nashville stream in here while I'm at it? And fortunately, we are able to do so here and singing the American anthem right now. And we'll get ready for puck drop in just a moment. They're going to do a ceremonial puck drop as well, I believe, unless if they've already done that. All right, that's it for the anthem. Also, a little important thing here to note, Otto Stenberg is making his NHL debut tonight. At least I think he is. Maybe not. So they called him up, but they're not debuting him. Wow. But a lot of interesting players here up on this roster. Dalibor Dvorsky's playing up. Matt Luff. Hunter McKing. He'll score tonight. Just watch. Let's look at this guy's stats. 2 games played, 1 goal. Yeah, he'll score tonight. Just watch. 5th round pick. All right, so they're doing some of their Hockey Fights Cancer ceremonies here, so it's going to take a little bit longer to get ready for puck drop. But hope you guys are having a great night so far. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We will be back on Thursday. We'll be doing, I haven't decided yet. We're going to do either Bruins, Oilers, or Wild Jackets, followed by Stars versus Sharks. What's up, Bon? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, guys, like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, bringing more people in here, so I would greatly appreciate that. using a pen today. I left my pencil in the car. All right. Ceremonial puck drop going on right now. As Yossi and Shen come in there for the puck drop. And this is great. Some of the best parts about hockey right here. Seeing these kids who are battling the worst disease in the world. Just to see him smile is awesome. Okay, that being said, all of the Hockey Fights Cancer ceremonies have concluded here, and it is time to get started with the actual game itself between the Nashville Predators and the St. Louis Blues. Again, starting goaltender previews here for both sides. You have Joel in net for St. Louis and Jose Saros on the other side for the Nashville Predators. Both these goaltenders have played in commentary streams before. As we get set for puck drop here within seconds between these two Central Division teams who love to battle it out, have a storied history between each other. I don't know if they've ever played in the playoffs. I'm trying to think if they ever have. If anybody wants to help me out, I'm not sure if they ever have played before in the playoffs. But regardless of that, we get ready here for puck drop in just a moment. And here we go, a Central Division matchup between the St. Louis Blues and the Nashville Predators. And we are underway. Face-off is won here by the Predators. They'll take the puck back into their own zone, dump it back into the St. Louis end. Hofer comes out of the net to play the puck now, throws down low to Broberg, intercepted then by Evangelista, down low, pass in front. And Forsberg can't get a shot on as his stick was lifted. Now down low, O'Reilly banks it up to the point. Shea on the right side, shoots it on net. It goes off of Blue and back now behind the net for O'Reilly in front. Forsberg, he scores! Philip Forsberg, less than a minute in. It's 1-0 Nashville. What a shot. On the first one of the game as well, Philip Forsberg staying hot. And what a feed to O'Reilly at the point. Good movement here by the Blues. And a good pass from down low to Forsberg in front, who roofs that one top shelf on Joel Hofer. And on the first shot of the game, Nashville has a 1-0 lead. And what a goal there by Forsberg. Assist on that goaler from O'Reilly and Shea. It is the second Watch with Nordic Nashville Predators goal ever scored. And it's 1-0 Predators just like that. Here's Mayu now off the boards. Sorry about that. Hofer now down low in his own zone. Mayu trying to bank that one off the boards here on the right side. Played back out to center. Marchessault battling for that puck. St. Louis steals it back here. They will dump it down low into the Nashville zone. And it comes out for I believe, an icing against the Blues, I believe, or a deflected puck. We'll see what the official's discretion is going to be here, but a 1-0 lead for Nashville nonetheless. Off of Forsberg, right off the draw. Nice shot in front, too. Again, plays like that don't come very often. And we might have a penalty here. Oh my goodness, Saros went out to play the puck and threw it up into the glass. And it's a delay of game penalty. He threw it up into the safety netting, out of play. And we're going to get a St. Louis power play here just like that, less than a minute in. Again, looking at the goaltenders here in more depth. Saros, 11-10-3 at 897. Hofer, 5-6-2 and 893. Both goalies have struggled this season. St. Louis power play now. They have a chance to tie the game up here. It's a power play that is a little bit below average, 18.8%, which is 18th in the NHL against Nashville's PK, which is 12th amongst all PKs in the NHL. Here's Thomas now bringing it back into the zone after it was cleared out. Down low now behind the net. Dvorsky with the puck. Young rookie here for St. Louis. Intercepted by McCarron. Cleared out of the zone then by Nashville. Neighbors will dump it right back in. O'Reilly now down low. Perbix to Shea. He'll clear that one off the boards all the way out to center. And St. Louis will regroup here now in their own end. Back around the right side now. Fowler. Feeds a pass to Neighbors, to Thomas. Puck slides through a Predators skate, and they clear it down the other way. And yeah, not a very good power play here so far. Already halfway through it. And St. Louis can't even break into the Nashville zone. Here's Falk now. Dumps it down low. Suter behind the net. Mailloux trying to keep that one in. It'll slide up and out of the zone. And Falk now will have to pick it up with 50 seconds to go. Justin Falk will take this one now through center. Falk through the zone. Shoots it on net. It goes wide of Saros. Now down low McCarron trying to hold that one against the boards. Battling for it in the corner. Puck will slide out behind the net. And it's cleared out of the zone by the Predators. Not a good power play here by St. Louis. A good kill by Nashville. They're not even giving St. Louis anything. Here's Mailloux now into the zone. Whistle is blown dead for offsides. And absolutely nothing cooking here for St. Louis here so far. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. We will be live on Thursday and Sunday this week. So yes, a Sunday stream is coming for you guys. Face-off coming here now in the Nashville zone. It'll be Sundqvist who will come in to take the draw. And it's one back by the Blues. Mailloux to Falk. Falk will backhand that one down low into the zone. Saros plays it back to Perbix, who tries to clear. Backhanded out of the zone then by Nashville. Racing forward with speed is O'Reilly. He won't get to it first, but the power play is over. Good kill by Nashville. No shots for St. Louis. Here's Mailloux now. Dumps it into the zone. In the corner now, Perbix will clear that one here out to center. St. Louis gets it back. It's Broberg who will dump it in, but the Blues have to get on sides. Shea takes it behind the Nashville net. Brady Shea will move to center, dumps it back into the St. Louis end, and the puck goes out of play, I believe. So faceoff will come outside. Either that or it was offside. Only one shot so far here in this opening period. And it's the only goal we have so far. Forsberg is 12th of the year. I feel bad for Forsberg. He's a great player who's on a not-so-great team. .16:42 remaining here in the first period. Face-off is going to come here at center ice. Some new faces here in for the Blues. Robbie Fabry, who signed a contract last week with St. Louis. The Blues are dealing with some injuries right now, and as a result, some new guys are getting some chances here in the lineup, like Fabry, who was previously a Anaheim Duck, I believe. He was injured midway through the year. Puck slides down into the St. Louis zone for an icing. You also have a guy like Hunter McGing, who has only played 8 career NHL games. And a very notable injuries here in St. Louis. Missing a few of their guys, obviously. Of course, Dylan Holloway not in the roster. Jordan Kyrou, Alex Toropchenko, Jimmy Snuggerud's going to be out longer term. Things are not looking great here for St. Louis. And just when you thought they were maybe going to try and turn things around here, it is not going that way. Down low here in the St. Louis zone, Parayko clears it off the boards. It's Luff battling for it here. It's kept in the zone, though, by Nashville. Dumped down Wood then by Haig. Taking it back then, Parayko. Parayko will move through center. Pass back up to Luff. Luff trying to feed a pass to center. He can't get that one past Haig. Now down low, Dvorsky tying up in the corner with Wood. Stamkos battling for it down low as well. Steven Stamkos had 4 goals last week against the Blues, I believe. Battling for it here down low. Stamkos to Haig. Haig will hold it behind the Nashville net and wait for his team to get a line change here. 1-0 Nashville through the zone. Predators have it with speed. Dumped into the St. Louis end. And it's an icing. Once again. So only 1 shot so far through the first 5 minutes or so, and still no goal, and still only 1 goal. Both goaltenders rocking a 0 save percentage here. Both these teams will face off again on December 27th in the third of 4 meetings. We're in the second one right now. They will play in February one more time, and then that will do it. In the zone here now, Nashville has the puck. Breaking it down the other way and through the zone is the likes of Reed Schaefer, who is in his rookie season here. Brother of Matthew Schaefer, of course. Thrown back to center. Intercepted there by the Preds. On the right side, McCarron with the puck. Down low. Good pass in front by Jost, trying to get that rebound there on Hofer, and could not get it on. Behind the net now, Predators battling for it. McCarron breaks it back down low. Wraparound chance is denied there by Hofer. At the point now, Preds got it. Shea shoots it. Saved by Hofer. Rebounds there in front. And St. Louis intercepts it. Here they come the other way. Banked off the boards then by the Blues as they break it back down the other way. McGing trying to battle for that puck now. It's cleared back into the Predators' end. Evangelista will dump that one now behind the net. Here's Mayu. Feeding a pass up then. Torochenko trying to break that one through the zone. Predators get it right back. Forsberg intercepted. Luff will dump that one into the zone. Torochenko with speed battling alongside Blakenberg. And Nashville will gain it back and get speed down the other way. Through the zone now, Evangelista. Tied up with Fowler. Shoots it on net. It goes through the crease. And back over to the right side. Cleared out to center. Blakenberg battling forward alongside Sundqvist. Shots are 3-0 Nashville now in the first period. Almost 10 minutes gone. No shots for St. Louis. Buchnevich intercepts the puck. 2-on-2 the other way. It's Thomas with Neighbors as they bring the puck into the zone. Neighbors backhands it around behind the net. They'll battle for it here. Picked off the boards then by Broberg. Slid out to the front. And it's cleared out of the zone then by Nashville and back into the Blues end. Parayko off the boards. Cleared out to center. Predators get it right back. Yossi banks a pass off the boards and back into the St. Louis end. Parayko through the zone now. Thomas. Thomas a stretch pass to Neighbors. It gets on his stick but too far ahead. And the Predators get to it first and Yossi will clear out to center. Into the zone now, Svechkov battling for it. Taken back then on the right side by Thomas, who will lose an edge. Turnover here on the right side in the zone. Svechkov pass in front. Couldn't get that one through to Wood. And the Predators keep control regardless. Stolen back then by the Blues. Thomas clears out to center. Predators get it here now on the right side. Shea will hold it back down low and regroup. As Stammer will battle for it here now at center ice. Puck slides back and cleared into the St. Louis zone, and the Blues will regroup. Falk behind the net to center. Dvorsky, nice stretch pass play. Blues break it into the zone, down low, banked off of McCarron's stick, and trying to battle for that one down low is the likes of Fabry, but couldn't get that one through. Another chance is also denied there too. On the right side, Wood feeds the puck out to center. McCarron will bring that one through the neutral zone. He dumps that one in down low, gets tied up at the blue line, and the Blues will regroup. Mayu to center. Suter Feeds a pass forward. Buchnevich into the zone. Shoots it. Saved by Saros. First shot of the game there by St. Louis. Yup, see ya, Bon. Have a good night, bro. Blues have the puck here in their own zone. Flipped off and into the Nashville zone. McCarron will battle forward here down low with Mailloux. Huge hit there by Fabry down low in the corner. Nashville trying to battle for that puck. O'Reilly down low. Nashville feeds it out to center. Josi now with Forsberg. Forsberg chips the puck into the zone. Pass back in alone. A shot save in front by St. Louis and cleared out to center. And the Nashville pressure keeps on coming. Cleared back in down low. Josi with the puck. Spins it back around. We'll bank that one off the boards then, looking for options. Blackenberg in front to Ala. It's intercepted then by the Blues. Joseph feeds it to center. Broberg now into the zone. Skates it back around behind the net. Pass in front. And Sundqvist could not get the shot on. It's cleared out to center by the Preds. Shots are 5-1 in favor of Nashville here in this opening period. Still a 1-0 lead for them. Saros here in the corner. Banked off the boards. Joseph trying to clear that puck away. It'll come out to Falk here, who will regroup at center. Now Tyler Tucker brings it into the zone to Luff. A shot off of Saros' pad. Back then to Ropchenko behind the net to Sundqvist. Sundqvist battling alongside Shea. Still trying to handle that puck. We'll clear that one off the boards. Back to the point to Falk. Falk trying to deke that one in. Drop back down low. Blues have it. Toropchenko, a shot. Save in front there as it was blocked. And taken back then by Svechkov on the right side and cleared into the St. Louis zone. Blues have it. Down low, Falk clears out to center. Racing forward with speed is McGing. McGing drops it back. Dvorsky, he scores! What a play! Dalivor, Dvorsky, and it's a 1-1 hockey game. And on the second shot of the game, we are tied at 1. What is goaltending, right? What is goaltending? What a play by Falk to feed that puck through the neutral zone. It's picked up at center by McGing. He puts that one through Blakenberg and then dropped back to Dvorsky, who has a perfect shot there past the blocker of Hussein Saros. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we are tied at 1 apiece here in the opening period. Dvorsky from McGing and Falk. And that's Dvorsky's 4th goal of the year. And we are tied at 1. And great for Dalivor Dvorsky, who has spent some time in the American Hockey League and getting a chance to play up here with a big club. 24 games played, 4 goals, 1 assist, and 5 points. Predators have the puck now in the zone. Jost will dump that one to center. And we have a penalty here, and it will be against Nashville. Or, sorry, it was delayed offsides. I don't know my refs. Here's Shen now battling forward with McCarron. Shen down low on the right side. Now Fabry in the corner gets cross-checked down low. There was no call. And Predators pick that one up and feed it out to center. Jost gets it to center, backhands it down low into the zone. Now racing forward with speed is O'Reilly, battling forward with Schwartz on the right side. O'Reilly picks up the puck, feeds it up to the point. Josi looking for options, shoots it on net. Puck tips up in the air and back now to the right side as Nashville will attempt to clear out. And they'll come back and regroup in their own end. Josi with the puck. To center now to Forsberg. Pass is intercepted. 3-on-2 the other way now for St. Louis. It's Broberg into the zone. Battling for it then down low is Suter. And stolen back quickly by the Preds. 8.5 minutes to go here in the first period. It's a tie game here in St. Louis on Hockey Fights Cancer Night. Blues with the puck. Preds intercepted. They'll dump it into the zone. It goes in on Hofer. He will bank that one behind the net as St. Louis still battling for that puck now on the right side. Haig will clear out to center. Down low then now Falk will bank it off the boards over then for Tucker. Tucker to center. Here's Sundqvist, who will dump that one down low. Now Blakenberg behind the net trying to clear that one out. He'll do so successfully. Now Luff will regroup with it here down low. Luff in the St. Louis zone. Back then for Tucker, who holds it safely, not looking to really break out with the puck here. 7.5 minutes to go. Not a lot of stoppages, which means not a lot of commercial breaks. Out to center then. It's dumped back into the zone. Predators will battle for it here now on the right side. Into the zone. Stamkos trying to dump that one down low. Intercepted. Whistle is blown, and we got a penalty. And it looks like it's going to be against St. Louis here, and it's going to be, I think it's going to be Fabry who's going to head to the box, and we're going to get a Nashville power play coming up here in just a moment. But an eventful game so far. Philip Forsberg and Dalibor Dvorsky make it a 1-1 game here in St. Louis. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you are new. We are trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of 2025. We are just 40 away. Four other games here in the NHL tonight. I know I picked probably one of the boring ones, but trying to do this in an attempt to grow our recognition amongst other teams in the NHL. Because, again, you do the same teams over and over again. Like, haven't done Nashville. We haven't done St. Louis that much this year. We've only done Nashville twice all time, this being the second time. So I wanted to get a stream in here for Nashville. And this is my attempt at doing that. But we will be live on Thursday and Sunday this week. I plan on doing Bruins, Oilers, and Stars, Sharks on Thursday, followed by Avalanche versus Wild on Sunday. Avs versus Wild should be a damn good matchup with Quinn Hughes now being over there. So I'm really looking forward to that one. 1-1 hockey game here. Nashville power play is coming up. It's going to be on Robbie Fabry for a hooking call on Steven Stamkos. And the Predators will head to the power play. And good play there by McGing to give that one to Dvorsky. Good pass in front. And now the Blues will head to the kill. Predators here now on the power play. Face-off is won back then by Nashville. Josi at the point. Forsberg to Josi. To Stammer, a shot. Gloved by Hofer. And you knew Nashville was going to be on the prowl here a little bit. Of course. As per usual. Face-off here in the St. Louis zone. Sundqvist versus O'Reilly. They'll kick O'Reilly out. Face-off won by the Predators regardless. Nashville with it here at the point. Predators looking for it. Stammer here on the right side. Stick handling now. Marchessault to Stamkos at the point. A shot. Saved by Hofer. On that point shot, stolen back then by the Blues. They come down the other way. Short into Broberg. Into the zone. Shoots it. Saved by Saros. Rebounds there. Denied. Taken back then by Forsberg. Up to Stamkos. Into the zone. 30 seconds gone on the power play. Forsberg moves in. Save. Rebounds there. It's cleared by St. Louis. Down the other way. What a sequence there on that power play. And still a minute 10 to go. Josi trying to carry that one to center. Holla looking to bring that one in. Wood banks it off the boards, then to Evangelista, back to Josi. Now to Evangelista to Holla. Josi at the point. Waits. Gives to Evangelista here at the slot. Back over then for Wood. To Evangelista. Shoots it. And off the post. No good. He beat the goalie but could not get that one past him. And 30 seconds to go here on the Nashville power play. Drop back then for Evangelista through the zone. Holla. One last chance here for the Preds. Trying to shoot that one on net. It's blocked. Now battling 40 on the right side. Thrown up to the point then by Blakenberg. Wood. Drop back then to Bunting. Bunting down low to Wood. Wood in front. Passes banked off the boards and back out to center. As Blackwood will regroup here for Nashville. And that will do it for the Predators power play. Good kill by St. Louis. Some shots there from Nashville, though, regardless. 5 minutes left here in the first period. Here's Neighbors behind the net now for St. Louis. Broberg will clear out to center. Big hit there in front. And we got a fight. It's Haig versus Shen. And it was away from the play. Something might have happened. And here they go. They're getting at it. Now, one of the fights that I remember from Shen very well, and one that we've commentated before, was in the Winter Classic last year. And Haig beats down Shen there, so he will win that fight. But obviously those two players, only 4:53 left in the period, so they will probably go to the locker room. But you do a fight in a way to avenge a teammate for a hit, or you do it in a way to get the crowd going or flip the script for your team. Or sometimes you just do it for the love of the game. And I just feel like that's just doing it for the love of the game right there. So who doesn't love a fight? And we'll go to commercial break here once again. It is a 1-1 game. Whew. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I really appreciate a little bit of a much calmer stream here. No problem with that. But I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe down below if you're new. I would greatly appreciate it. Keeping on with the grind, of course. Up to 90,000 views in the last month, which is awesome. Thank you guys so much for that. But regardless, again, we'll be live on Thursday. Again, there's 4 other games going on in the NHL today. Yeah, again, Hockey Fights Cancer Night. A lot of emotional people here. It's always a very emotional time. And a very emotional night always. Face-off coming up here in just a moment. 4:53 to go. Shots are 9-5 in favor of Nashville. Sorry about that. And it's a tie game here in St. Louis tonight. Assist on both goals, O'Reilly and Shea, McGing and Falk. Falk extending his point streak. Here on the right side, Shea will clear it down low into the St. Louis zone. Parayko trying to bank that one off the boards to center. Predators get it now down low. Shea holds the puck. Pass to center, cleared into the zone then by the Preds. Hofer with the puck now on the right side as Broberg gets into it there with Forsberg. And now it's banked off the boards then by Luff and cleared out to center. Predators have it. O'Reilly regrouping now with the puck. Off the boards then, into the zone now is Shea. Shoots it. Denied by Hofer. Cleared out to center now as the Predators will regroup. Schaefer back then down low to Yossi. Feels weird when I say Schaefer when it's literally not Schaefer. Trying to take that one into the zone then is Tucker battling forward on the right side. Bunting 3-on-2 now for Nashville. Into the zone. Preds have it. Shot then is cleared back to the right side. Yossi at the point. Over then for Perbix. Back then Marshall shoots it. Save. Rebounds in there on Hofer. And Hofer makes the stop as the pressure keeps coming. But after that first shot, he's been perfect. And some fisticuffs here tonight. We're getting plenty of commercial breaks because, again, there wasn't a lot of them in that first 10 minutes. So they got to make up for it here in this next frame. And it is a 1-1 game even still. Commercial break, even still. Shots are 12-5. Hofer playing great here already. 11 saves on 12 shots, 9-17. What's ironic is when you look at he relieved in a game prior, which means he did play a Watch with Nordic game before. The thing is with that, though, is when you relieve in a game and you allow no goals, it gives you a 1 save percentage. So Hofer essentially has a 1, but has never played another game before. Face-off coming up here in just a moment. We return from commercial break, showing some highlights from Blues and Blackhawks, where unfortunately Connor Bedard was injured. Shots are 12-5 in favor of Nashville, and here we go. Face-off in the St. Louis zone is won back then by the Preds. A shot from the point goes wide of Hofer, back around now behind the net. Thomas down low, battling forward alongside Stammer. In the corner, Predators break it free. Chance in front is blocked by a St. Louis player. As the Preds still trying to regroup for it here now down low. And a whistle is blown for a offsides, I believe. Face off now outside the St. Louis zone. One back by the Preds. Whistle is blown here for, I guess, a face-off violation or a hand pass or something like that. And we will do the face-off again. Face-off is one back then by the Blues. Tucker comes back and regroups in his own end. Falk on the right side. Clear back out to center. Into the zone now. Perbix battling forward off the boards to Yossi. 3 minutes to go here in the first period. Still a 1-1 game. Puck is cleared out to center. Tucker banked off the boards now as the Blues move it through center. Falk on the right side. Back in and off the boards then to Neighbors. And a blown whistle there for offsides as both these teams still kind of going at it here. Face-off coming here again outside of the Nashville zone. Still a 1-1 game here in Nashville. Face-off won then by the Preds. Shea on the right side. Banked off the boards here all the way back into the Nashville zone. Broberg to Parayko. Parayko banks it off the boards now out to center. As Joseph tried to battling for that one, it's back then for Shea on the right side. Predators bringing it into the zone. Wilsby back around on the right side, taking it behind the net. And cleared back over then for Fabry, who sent it down low. It's weird because Texier, when he was in St. Louis, had number 9, I believe. Keep wanting to say Texier. Wilsby battling for it now with Dvorsky. Dvorsky on the right side, trying to clear that one down low off the boards. Predators steal it right back and clear. But the Blues have it here in the neutral zone. Pass to Sundqvist. Sundqvist trying to bring it in. His stick gets tied up. Then Wilsby trying to get it out. Battling forward here behind the net. Predators will win that battle. Banked off the boards and back out to center. Mailloux feeds it over then, but it's stolen back quickly. And dumped into the zone then. Puck cleared back out into the Nashville zone. Some rough stuff going on here in this game. And Mailloux getting into it with McCarron. And things will go through the fists. And an arm is raised by an official after we get a little bit of a line brawl there in the middle. I'm not sure what happened behind the play. I couldn't really tell from my angle that I was seeing. But we're going to get some penalties assessed here, I'm sure. It's Mailloux who will go to the box. And I'm sure a Predator will as well. Yep. And it's McCarron. I think we might see some 4-on-4. Either that or they're just going to make them sit. So 1:30 to go here in the opening period. Only 17 shots combined between the two teams, a goal for each of them, and then Mailloux getting into it there with McCarron, and yeah, that is some slashing, cross-checks there between the two guys, and yeah, these teams did play recently, so tensions are definitely flared. And you're going to see another penalty here. It looks like it's against Reed Schaefer, who will get one as well. And yeah, things are getting interesting here. Yelling at each other in the penalty box. Of course. So it'll be a 4-on-4 for 2 minutes, it appears, followed by the end of the first period, 30 seconds of the second period. So we will see some 4-on-4 action carry on into the second. Is at least what it looks like right now to me, or it might be a St. Louis power play, actually. I'll let you guys know when I know. But 90 seconds to go here in the first period. It's a 1-1 tie. Face-off comes here now at center. So it looks like we won't see any supplementary discipline for that play. Blues have the puck. Backhanded into the Predators zone. 1:20 to go here in the first period. On the right side, cleared out to center. McCarron battling for it. Falk off the boards. Backhanded in down low then by St. Louis. Predators have it. Banked off the boards here to center. Approaching the last minute of play in the first period. Perbix behind the Preds net. Will clear out to center. Battling for that puck. St. Louis gets it back. Carrying it here into the zone and knocked back down low. Nashville will pick it back up on the right side. Sundqvist dumps it back into the zone. Down low now, Luff. Behind the net, Sundqvist. Thrown back in front. 40 seconds to go here in this first period. Parayko Clearing it down low. Sundqvist then to Luff. Luff in the corner. Still trying to jab at that puck and banks it around now behind the net. Toropchenko to Sundqvist. Sundqvist to the point. St. Louis has it. Broberg looking. Shoots it. Blocked in front. Rebounds in there. And they're jabbing at it to the point now. Parayko, a shot. And that one goes wide. 10 seconds left. And the puck goes out of play. Here with 11.2 seconds to go. And a good chance there by Colton Parayko. 11.2 remaining. Face-off in the Nashville zone. Won by the Preds. Off the boards, then Willsby will clear out to center. 5 seconds to go. Forsberg to O'Reilly. Forsberg into the zone. 3 seconds left. In front. O'Reilly put it just wide, and that will do it. End of the first period here in St. Louis. It's a tie hockey game here, with goals from Forsberg and Dvorsky, making it a 1-1 game here after 20 minutes of play. That being said, folks, it is intermission time. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. We will be back for the start of the second period momentarily. And got to make my clip here. I don't have enough space. Wonderful. So I got to delete some storage. Oh my goodness. So I'll go over the NHL scores here in just a moment. Just clearing up some storage real quick. We'll be live on Monday, Thursday, and Sunday this week. All right. Make the clip of the goal here super quick. Now down low, O'Reilly banks it up to the point. Shea on the right side, shoots it on net. It goes off of Blue and back now behind the net for O'Reilly. Back now behind the net for O'Reilly in front. Forsberg! It's off of Blue and back now behind the net for O'Reilly in front. Forsberg! Sorry guys, editing the clip. Back now behind the net for O'Reilly in front. Forsberg! He scores! He shoots it for O'Reilly in front. Forsberg! He scores! Philip Forsberg, less than a minute in. It's 1-0 Nashville. What a shot. All right. Don't do Nashville that often, so I'm not surprised about the struggling numbers. Obviously, it happens. I'm not really that upset about it. Just got to get through it. Thursday will be better for sure. Shoots it on net. It goes off of Blue and back now behind the net for O'Reilly from Forsberg. He scores! Philip Forsberg, less than a minute in. It's 1-0 Nashville. What a shot! And shoots it. All right.
He just keeps kind of digging us into more and more debt in like the hopes that
Mariners, Mets, Canada, Jason Bay. That is a good one, John. I'm going to go with, just get two on the board. Corey Seager, Texas, LA Dodgers. Tom Brady. I think I have 4 here. I'm not certain, but I'm pretty sure. First rounder, American, SEC, Cubs,
Something went wrong. Please try again. Cool. Just kicking me out of the broadcast that I was watching. Yeah, I had to put on the Predators broadcast just because the Predators won. With the Blues one, they were showing a lot of. They were like not letting me see the full screen, so can't really commentate a game when you can't see the full screen. So, you know. All right.
If you're an illegal alien, this run.
Thanks, Willie. Phil, get your team on the board just 27 seconds into the first period. What were you seeing as you were entering the blue zone?
Great forward section. I think their goal is handling it well, so we got to seal the wall, and Nash did a great job at that, and a couple shots. In fact, I made a great play to me in the slot, just try to get it off quick, and it worked.
Nick Hague dropped the gloves for the first time as a Nashville Predator against the Blues.
I gotta sneeze. I've been sneezing a ton here in this game. I don't know what's going on with me.
No kidding. I talked to you after the game in Colorado. You said overall, good effort. Maybe could have cleaned some things up. What did you think of the first 20? Any adjustments?
Yeah, I thought it was good. I still think we can. It's a little different style of team. They're a little more physical, so we got to be a little cleaner on our breakout stuff than the other night. But I think that, and we can still get some more bodies to it. So.
Thanks much, Phil.
Thank you.
Guys.
That last point, Mace, was something that was emphasized this morning when we were at Morning State, getting to that interior. Yeah, and I think that once
All right. Forsberg, his first watch with Nordic point. So fun little tidbit there with that.
When we come back, we're going to give you a chance to win some tickets or get a good deal on some tickets. So keep an eye on here. The entire blue team going up to the Metro McGarrett. And the big man holds everybody off. Physical first period. It's stick around. It's going to be a good one tonight.
We prepare students for the workforce. I'm coming out of high school knowing how to do certain things that people who have been in the trade longer than I've been alive don't know how to do.
Using oxyacetylene torches, MIG, TIG, and stick welding.
Light switches, outlets,
Cutting here, blowouts, roller sets.
lock shafts for handrails to go up into the station. The students graduate with skills, and those skills can be applied to super in-demand jobs. Learn more at tapcdu.org/teched.
With Amica Home Insurance, it's not just what's inside your home that matters. It's who you share it with. We're customer owned. We look after what matters most.
That's also Dalibor Dvorsky's first goal.
Get your quote today.
There's the second most famous groundhog in Pennsylvania.
Am I right?
Just in time. Nice holiday scratch-offs from the Pennsylvania Lottery.
Things just got very merry. Keep on scratching.
Hybrid power, snow is falling. What the season can bring. Driving in a Honda Wonderland.
That time of year again, happy Honda Day, where you can drive in a Honda Wonderland of your own with a great offer on an electrifying new Honda. Hurry into your local Honda dealer and experience the wonder of happy Honda Days today.
What I want is just to never worry about money.
All right, now we just wait till the start of the second period, which is projected to be in about 10 minutes or so. So we got some time here to just chill out as I have to sneeze. Just kick me out again. Can you please not kick me out? All right. Maximum amount of concurrent streams are on your thing. Just yeah. All right. You know, I would appreciate if my game wasn't so annoying. My game just hates me. Ooh, Max Crozier, first NHL goal. Cool, good for him. All right. Stupid game. Still about 5 minutes to go until the start of the second period. I don't know why I keep sneezing. But it's really confusing. Whatever. All right. Not much longer, guys, till the start of the second period.
Get the all-new iPhone 17 Pro on us when you trade in your old iPhone. Any condition. Most expensive plan now required.
You've drawn the shortest straw in the holiday gift exchange. Your girlfriend's dad.
Oh my gosh, why does it keep doing this? What's up, Nick? Welcome to the stream, brother. Got like how the Flyers are playing. Someone gets my Sharks. Close game versus the Hurricanes. Yeah, they're playing a lot better than I expected. I'm not going to lie to you. They've looked fun. Hopefully that will continue. And they'll keep on winning hockey games. But yeah, man, good to see you. Hope your channel's been doing good. All right, still a little bit of time here till the start of the second period. But thank you all so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Feels like 2010 with teams like them, Red Wings, Ducks, Pens, Hawks. Oh, yeah. A lot of teams from back then, they're starting to get back to what they once were. So, you know, it's great to see, obviously, and not surprising, of course. But, oh my God. Yo, if it keeps doing this to me, I'm going to crash. I'm going to crash out. All right. We are almost ready to begin the second period here from St. Louis. 1-1 hockey game here through 20 minutes of play. There's a train. It's a Christmas train. It's a St. Louis Blues Christmas train. All right, start of the second period here from St. Louis. First period recap. Your goals were scored by Philip Forsberg and Dalibor Dvorsky as it's a 1-1 hockey game here. Heading into period number 2, and we should expect another hard-fought period between these both teams. Again, Joel Hofer, 11 saves on 12 shots. Saros has not faced as many shots, but he stopped most of them. And there's been a lot of physicality so far. I do wonder if maybe we won't see any more of that here, or a little bit less of it. What's up, Matt? How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. I wonder if we'll see a little bit less of that. Maybe the players came in and said, hey, or the coaches came in and said, hey, refs are going to be calling all the stuff you guys do. Stop it. So I wonder what's going to happen with that. But regardless, it's a 1-1 hockey game here through 20 minutes of play, getting ready to start the second period here from St. Louis between the Nashville Predators and the St. Louis Blues. Within a second here, the horn just went to start the second period. High cadence. And here we go, underway for period number 2. Face-off won then by the Preds. Down low, Willsby clears out to center. Blues get it back. Broberg. Banked off the boards then for Joseph. Behind the net now, Willsby with the puck. Banked off the boards then O'Reilly. Blues keep the puck. Buchnevich on the right side. Down low then Thomas. Cycling the puck and cleared up to the point. Broberg can't keep it in. and they'll be forced to come out here and regroup. Battling for it around now on the right side. Backhanded into the Nashville zone. Saros banks it off the boards. Blues battling for that puck. And it's cleared back down low into the zone as Shea will handle it. Banked out to center. Intercepted then by Michael Bunting, who will hold that puck. Predators out to center. Marchessault dumps it into the zone. Bunting racing for it, battling alongside Hofer. And the Blues do win that fight. Fowler intercepted, and a shot there from Bunting is denied by Hofer off that turnover. From Michael Bunting, who's been very noticeable here already in this second period. Shots are 13-6 in favor of the Preds. I forgot my water. Should have grabbed a couple during the intermission. Not sure what I was thinking there. Face-off coming here now in the St. Louis zone. It's a 1-1 game. Shen coming in to take the draw against Haula. Face-off won by the Preds. A shot goes up and wide. Above Hofer, Yossi keeps it in. Haula poke checks it ahead behind the net. Banked off the boards then by Yossi. Perbix down low. Wraparound chance, and they score! Michael Bunting, it gets underneath Hofer, and we have a 2-1 game. And a wraparound play from Bunting, assisted by Perbix and Haula. And that puck just slips right through Hofer. And as a result of that, it's a 2-1 game. And a nice little wraparound move there. I'm not sure how they got through. Right through the 5-hole? And they just froze it, so I can't see. Looks like, yeah, he got Hofer there on the 5-hole. It's not often you see plays like that. And it goes that way for Bunting. It's 2-1. Blues looking to tie it here right away. Toropchenko battling for it down low. We have a penalty here against St. Louis. And they will touch the puck. And a whistle is blown, and we will have a penalty here against Toropchenko. And the Predators, after scoring the go-ahead goal, will now go to the power play. Michael Bunting's first goal as a Nashville Predator. Does St. Louis have a chance? Yeah, of course. And yeah, Toropchenko there on Perbix. That is a penalty. He gets him up there in the face, and as a result, we will get a Predators power play here once again. Another power play here for Nashville. They are 0 for 1 tonight. Faceoff is won by the Blues. Broberg behind the net. Clearing it out now to center. Back into the Nashville zone as the Predators will hold that puck. Yossi. Pass back to Marchessault. Marchessault then to Forsberg. Forsberg to Yossi. Yossi pass down low. Intercepted there by Buchnevich. And out to center. They'll dump that one down low. Yossi trying to break it now through center. Will come through the neutral zone. Back then to Forsberg. Forsberg looking for options. Drops it back for O'Reilly. Back to Forsberg now on the right side. Forsberg into the zone. Trying to deke around. Looking for options. Banked off the boards then Marchessault. Cleared now then O'Reilly. O'Reilly to Forsberg. Back to Yossi. Down low then for Stammer. Stamkos to Yossi. Back to Stamkos. Halfway through the power play. Marchessault. Stammer in front. Trying to get that shot on. It's denied. Yossi to Forsberg. Forsberg looks. Down low O'Reilly. Stamkos in front. It's a floating pass. Yossi a drive. And it goes wide. Pred still with the puck. Hemming the Blues in their own zone. 40 seconds to go. Yossi to Forsberg. Forsberg a shot. Goes off and back to the right side. Yossi keeps it in. Forsberg another chance. Down low to O'Reilly. O'Reilly back to Forsberg. Forsberg to O'Reilly here at the goal line. Forsberg shoots that one wide. I thought he'd get him top corner again on Hofer, but it did not go through. 20 seconds to go now on the power play. Blakenberg will hold that one behind the Nashville net. Up then for Holla. Holla through center, back to Bunting. Bunting, spin around, move a shot, goes wide. Final 5 seconds here now. Wood to the point to Blakenberg, back over then for Holla. Holla to Blakenberg to Wood. Blakenberg, a shot. Goes off the boards and wide once again. Power play is over. Keep up the great work. Been a fan since around 2021. Wow, bro. Thank you for sticking around that long. I appreciate that, man. Here come the Preds the other way. A chance into the zone, and they shoot it wide. A good one there for Reed Schaefer. And he couldn't get that puck through. And we're going to get a penalty here for delay of game as Dvorsky just cleared the puck out of the zone. And it's going to be a Nashville power play again. Just like that, they are right back to the man advantage. And puck over the glass. And last I checked, that is a penalty. So there's the repercussions of that. And yeah, there's no deflections about that. It's black and white. Third time here. Nashville's been on the power play already in this game. Stammer now versus Suter. Face-off one then by the Preds. Kept in the zone then by Nashville. Josi to Forsberg. A shot. Goes off of Stamkos now behind the net to Marchessault. To the point, Josi. Josi waits. Stamkos on the right side. Forsberg waits. Getting tied up there by a St. Louis stick. Here come the Blues now shorthanded. Suter through the zone. We'll dump it in then on Saros. He'll make the save. And Josi steals it back. A minute 30. Marchessault to Forsberg in front. Josi, a chance! And got the shot on. Saved by Hofer. Puck is still in play, though. Trying to bank that one off the boards then is Marchessault. Stolen back then by the Blues. They will clear out to center. And Nashville forced to regroup. 2-1 Nashville. Halfway through the third power play of the game. Brought into the zone, Forsberg. To Josi, back to Forsberg. On the right side, looking for options. Down low then O'Reilly. Back to Forsberg. In front, Stamkos. Shoots it wide. Here's Josi now. Banked around off the boards then to Forsberg. 45 seconds to go in the power play. Stamkos with the puck. Forsberg moves in. Shoots it. He scores! His second of the night. Philip Forsberg on the power play. It's 3-1 Preds. And you give Nashville enough power plays with a dynamic player like Forsberg, they were going to connect sooner or later. And Forsberg shoots it on the blocker side of Hofer once again. And it's a 3-1 game. Forsberg from Stamkos and Josi. And his second of the night. Cleared into the Nashville zone. Saros behind the net. Banks that puck around. Through center now, Jost. To the right side now, it's Blakenberg who will bank it off the boards and back into the St. Louis end. McCarron trying to play that one ahead. Battling for it here in the corner. Fowler breaks it free. We'll get it out to center. 3-on-2 the other way now for St. Louis. Neighbors into the zone. Pass over is intercepted. Another chance there for Mailloux. He doesn't take the shot. And now they'll battle for it here again in the corner. St. Louis has it. Down low, Shen. Fed up to the point. Intercepted then by the Predators. Here comes Evangelista now the other way. Evangelista drops it back. Feeds it up to the point. A shot. And it's blocked in front. And stolen back then by Neighbors, who will dump the puck back into the Predators zone. Here's Wilsby now with the puck. Off the boards then. It's Shea. Will take that one down the right side. Try to pass it to center. It's intercepted then by Broberg. And here come the Blues the other way. Dvorsky drops it back. Broberg, pass over, a shot! And too many passing plays there. And they could not connect. Shots are 16-7. Blues now with a lot of opportunities, so when they get them, they got to utilize them. And an offsides here, and we'll go to commercial break. Bunting and Forsberg with the goals. It's 3-1 here in the second period. And that being said, I'm going to go grab some waters real quick. I will be right back. All right. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Trying to get to 4,000 subscribers. Predators with a 2-goal lead here. Shots are 16-7. And yeah, the stats don't deceive themselves. Nashville's been the better team here tonight. 2 goals from Forsberg. Starting to see some of those struggling guys start to perform here. Stamkos has been playing better over the last week or so. And Forsberg, a multi-goal game here tonight. The first Predator in Watch with Nordic history to have that remark. And Forsberg's been very active here tonight. It's been very noticeable. And you give Nashville enough opportunities on that power play, or anybody at that point, you're going to capitalize. So just some lazy, poor plays by St. Louis, a delay of game call, a hooking call. Some of them happen, but it's not pretty. Face off here now outside of the St. Louis zone. It's going to be Haula versus Dvorsky. Dvorsky will win the draw. Played back then now for the Blues, who hold the puck. Tucker to the right side, banked out to center. Predators get it back. Haula off the board, stolen back then by Tucker. And the Predators will get that one right again. Now they'll bring it through the zone. Less than 13 minutes to go. Falk behind the net now to Tucker. Tucker off the boards. Dvorsky. Pass up then for Falk. Falk through the zone. Stolen back then by the Preds. Cleared out to center. And all the way back into the St. Louis zone for an icing against Nashville. And again, not a lot of opportunities for the Blues, so maybe they can take this chance to utilize the offensive time they're about to get here. So, new video tomorrow. Not sure what we're going to do just yet. I haven't decided. And off the draw here in the zone, it's blown dead due to a violation. And K-Pop Demon Hunter is playing in the arena, as the broadcasters are mentioning. Out to center here now. Blues get it back. Toropchenko dumps it down low. Sundqvist battling here with Yossi. Sundqvist fed up to the point. Fowler battling for that puck now down low. Sundqvist for it as well. Toropchenko down to the point. Mailloux shoots it. And it goes wide of Saros and back down low. Fowler behind the net. Blues have it. Up to the point. Toropchenko. To the right side then Mailloux. Waiting. Fowler down low. Blues getting some actual offensive control time. Here's Sundqvist. To Fowler. A shot. He fans on it. And it's back out to center as Wood will give it up then for Perbix, who will just dump it into the zone. Yeah, Matt, have a good night, bro. See ya, bro. St. Louis with the puck. Fowler. The right side then for Joseph. Intercepted by the Preds. Svechkov trying to bank that one off the boards. Will clear that one back down low. Buchnevich to the right side to Broberg. Thomas will drop that one back then for Fowler. Over then for Joseph. Intercepted there by the Preds. Svechkov banks it off the boards. Back for Broberg. Right side then for Joseph. As St. Louis trying to recuperate here and regroup. Thomas through the zone. Clears that one in. Haig battling forward here in the corner. Will clear that one off the boards. Marsh saw it out to center. Svechkov trying to play that one ahead. Stolen back then by the Blues. Preds get it right back and dump it down low. Man, it's just been one of those games for Nashville, I guess. And Broberg rims that one off the glass. It's out of play halfway through the game. Philip Forsberg in his career versus St. Louis. 44 games played, 24 goals, 25 assists for 49 points against this St. Louis team. He's very good against the Blues. That's definite. Sometimes you just play better against certain teams. Ask Sidney Crosby against Philadelphia. Here's Neighbors, back to Shen. Shen thrown around now behind the net, battling forward with Fabry. Intercepted there by the Preds. Here they come now through the zone. Off the boards, Evangelista moves to center, drops it back. And a tie-up there, taken back then by Wilsby. Down low, a shot. Goes through the crease and does not get through. Now Fabry with speed, banks it off the boards. Neighbors clears it down low. Fabry thrown around now behind the net. Shen can't get to it. Predators will steal it back and clear it out to center, back into the St. Louis end for an icing. 10:02 to go here in the second period. It's a 3-1 game. Oh, I forgot the in-season tournament's coming up soon, isn't that? The Emirates NBA Cup. I forgot that was coming up soon. Dvorsky versus O'Reilly. Face-off is won, and it slides right in on Saros, and he'll make the save with exactly 10 minutes to go. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in. Not a great stream. Not the two most attractive teams, of course. But sometimes you got to just do it. Do it for the teams that don't get that much coverage. Face-off here now again in the Nashville zone. Won by the Blues. A shot. Goes up and wide. Kept in, though, by Parayko. Behind the net is McGing with Saros. Or Saros. Yossi. Wrong J last name. Dvorsky on the right side. Shoots it. And it goes wide. Kept in, though, by the Blues. Behind the net. St. Louis battling for a shot from the point is kicked off a Predator, and they'll bring it back out to center and dump it down low. McCarron now on the right side, battling forward alongside Yossi. Down low, Jost trying to play that puck down low as well. Predators hemming the Blues here in their own end. Puck will be cleared back down low. Hofer plays it around the net. Out to center. Luff intercepted there by a Predators defender. Stolen back by St. Louis. Parayko down the right side. Will take it around behind the net. Wraparound chance. They battle for it in the crease. And it comes away. Cleared back out to center. Sundqvist now to Fowler. Blues have it. Toropchenko banks it off the boards. Blakenberg battling for it now with Sundqvist. Cleared back down low by McCarron. Cleared that one back down low. There's a chance for Wood into the zone and couldn't get the shot on. Delayed penalty here for Nashville. Stammer, a chance is denied. And we will get another Nashville power play. And the fourth one of the game, it's going to come from the hands of Logan Mailloux. And it's the fourth power play of the game for the Nashville Predators, who have controlled things pretty well here so far tonight. Again, thank you all so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. It'd be greatly appreciated. We're trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of 2025, so anything is greatly appreciated. Again, we'll be live on Thursday for 2. Bruins-Oilers, I have decided, alongside Stars and Sharks, so another San Jose commentary. Tim, what's going on, man? Hope you're doing well, Tim. Welcome to the stream, bro. So I meant to ask you, Tim, because when the Quinn Hughes stuff broke down, I did think about you. What are your thoughts on Quinn Hughes and the trade, since you are a Canucks fan? I mean, I'm pretty sure we talked about it in previous streams, but... Floods and trucks don't mix? Oh, yeah, no, they don't, bro. Is it flooding up there? It snowed like crazy down here this weekend. We got like 8 inches here in PA. All right, Nashville power play here. Forsberg with the puck. Forsberg down low then to O'Reilly. Back to Forsberg. He won't shoot it. Down low. O'Reilly to Forsberg. To Stamkos. Back to O'Reilly now at the goal line. O'Reilly pass in front. Stammer could not tuck that one in. And Toropchenko clears it down the other way. Yeah, I agree, Tim. I think that they did a lot better than what they could have done. Yeah, Boyum and Rossi are a good fit. I'm trying to hopefully get in a Canucks stream soon. Here's Forsberg into the zone, because I have a Wild and Oilers stream coming up involving, Jari and such. Here's O'Reilly off the wall, and that one goes wide. Now Yossi behind the net. Hofer try getting to that puck. Down low, Marchessault. Banked off the boards. Forsberg trying to keep that one into Stamkos. Stammer on the right side. To the point now to Yossi. Yossi a shot. And that one goes wide. Cleared back out to center. And blown dead off a high stick because Yossi caught that puck with a high stick. Yikes, Tim. Hopefully everybody's okay in Fraser Valley. Hope you guys are doing all right over there. Send my prayers out to you guys, of course. So are you currently underwater while you're in the stream? I'm kind of joking, but I'm not. Here's Blankenberg now with the puck. Drops it back. Evangelista to Hala. Second unit out here now for the Preds. 40 seconds to go. Cleared around now behind the net. Hofer to Hala. Down low in the zone. Played off the boards then for Bunting. Bunting to Wood. Wood will look. Circles back around. Fed up to the point then for Blankenberg. Over then for Hala. Hala. Blankenberg. Evangelista now on the right side. In front to Wood. Up at the point now, Blankenberg. Waits. To Evangelista. Back to Blankenberg. They're just cycling the puck together. Evangelista now down low. And over for Bunting. At the point, Blankenberg goes off his skate. Stolen back then by the Blues. Here's Toropchenko now through the zone. Shoots it. And it goes back down low behind the net. Predators battling for the puck. Here's Wellesby. Banked off the boards, back into the St. Louis zone. Into the zone, Fabry now with the puck. Will clear that one into the zone. That will do it for the Nashville power play. And now they'll battle for it here behind the net. 8 hours north of the flooding, but I run a transport company and it's been hell trying to get freight up here. Yikes, man. Well, I hope everything sorts itself out. Again, a flood is never ideal, so again, obviously you hope everybody's okay, but I also hope that you can figure out your shipments. Anyway, Blues with the puck here now, down low below the goal line. 5.5 minutes to go. Fowler to Mayu. Shoots it. Saved by Saros. Trying to clear that one up to the point then is Fabry on the right side. Predators get it out to center. Blues get it back. Fowler here on the right side. Will bank that one off the boards. Now Dvorsky moves it through center to McGing. McGing shoots it. And it goes up and out of play. And we will head to commercial break in light of that. 5:06 left to go here in the second period. Shots are 18-10. It's a 3-1 game for the Preds. And Saros, 9 saves on 10 shots. It feels like he hasn't faced anything here tonight. And a 9.09, pretty damn good for him. Is overall watch with Nordic average, obviously when you look at it. He ranks in the bottom 6 of goaltenders. In 2 games played, .819 save percentage. The only goaltenders that are statistically worse than him are Yaroslav Askarov, yes I know, Jake Allen, Alex Lyon, Jakub Dobish, and Samuel Urson are the 5 goaltenders that rank worse than Jose Saros. So a very interesting tidbit there, of course. Again, what's weird with some of these goaltenders is like they're overall really good goalies, but they just have horrible games when I live stream them. So therefore their save percentages are just hot garbage. Like a massive example of that is Askarov. Such a great goaltender, but when I live stream him, he had like a 713. And it really kind of affected him from his stats improving. And obviously for those who are new streamers coming in here, you guys know that we do keep track of all the stats with live commentary streams. We've done 124 of them. This is our 125th all time. And overall, between these two teams, it is our 9th Blues commentary and our 2nd Predators commentary.
Since he came back, and this was coming into tonight, Joe, so this is now 12 games, but he's averaging almost 14 minutes of ice time, 17 shots on goal counting tonight, and a couple of points.
Face-off coming here now inside of the Nashville zone. Blues are finally getting some pressure. They haven't gotten a lot of it tonight, but now they're starting to get some shots on goal, which, thank God. Face-off. Won by the Preds. O'Reilly to Perbix. Perbix here banks it off the boards now on the right side. Cleared out to center. Forsberg dumps it down low. Parayko steals it back then for Broberg. Broberg here now through center. Blues trying to get it back. Racing for it then down low. Saros off the boards. Over then for Dvorsky. Stolen back then by Forsberg. He'll send Evangelista. And it's passed back accidentally. And now Nashville forced to regroup. Evangelista brings it into the zone though. Down low, battling alongside Parayko. Parayko behind the net to O'Reilly. Evangelista behind the net. Up to the point. Yossi to Perbix. Banked off the boards and back down low to the corner. Of course, you have Askarov and Saros in your pool. Yeah. I mean, at least on the bright side, they're actually good IRL. And Saros, I mean, has a 9.09, I believe, right now. Just not a lot of shots. Forsberg dumps it down low into the St. Louis end. Again, Forsberg with 2 goals tonight. Less than 4 minutes to go here in the second period. Bringing it into the zone now. Thomas behind the Nashville net. Pass in front is intercepted there. Falk a shot. Slides wide of Saros and back down low. Haig battling forward here in the corner. Picked up then by Joseph. Joseph now behind the net. Banked off the boards then for Tucker. Tucker down low. Battling alongside Joseph. Stolen back then by Thomas. Thomas drops it back behind the net. Joseph now with it. Thrown up to the point then by Falk. Battling for it now on the right side. Predators attempting to clear. Blues will keep that one in. Tucker down low now to Buchnevich. Thrown up to the point. Falk to Tucker. Down low then Thomas. Back to Tucker now at the point. Puck slides out to center. And the Blues will regroup. Too many passes is my opinion here. The Blues are trying to set up too much. Just get some shots on. You only have 11 shots. The fact they have a goal is insane. Anyway. Dump back down low. Off the boards now Bunting. Cleared back to center. Svechkov will dump it down the other way. And over then for Mayu, who will regroup with that puck. Mayu will clear that one into the Nashville zone. Wilsby back over then down low. Cleared out to center. 2-on-1 the other way now for the Preds. In the zone now, Bunting drops a pass back. What a play in front! And Marchessault could not finish. What a play that would have been. A good sequence there by the Preds. And the Blues get lucky. Off the boards now, Blues will clear out to center. Predators now regroup. Wilsby drops it back now to Shea. Taking it into the zone now. Preds have it. A shot. And it goes through Hofer's crease and back all the way down the other way. And now the Preds will be forced to regroup. Yossi off the boards. Into the zone now. Battling for it in the corner is Schaefer. He'll get that one behind the net. Banked up to the point. Perbix to the right side to Yossi. Yossi off the boards. Battling for it now down low. Perbix trying to get that puck here down low. Wall battle with 1:23 left to go. Schaefer in front. And the pass was blocked. Preds trying to keep it in now. Fabry battling forward. A shot from Schaefer. He scores! From the point, Reed Schaefer! Showing some flashes of his brother from right there. And it's 4-1 Nashville. Wow. Showing some flashes of his brother there from that shot from the point. Just because his brother's a defenseman, of course. And what a play by Schaefer right off the shot directly at the goal line. That's a weak goal for Hofer to allow. And it's now a 4-1 lead for the Predators here. And they pan to Binnington, so I wonder maybe if we'll see Binnington here in the third period. Here's Evangelista now down low, dropping it back now behind the net. Forsberg with the puck. 50 seconds to go here in the second period. Blankenberg thrown back now to the right side. Evangelista to the point. Blankenberg shoots it. Glove by Hofer. Good salaries, though. Oh, that's good. Oh, it's CBS.
Away from this one, and it would not shock me one bit if he wants to give Joe Hofer a little bit of a reset here too. Well, this is only the second time in his NHL career that he has played in 4 consecutive games.
Face off here now, won by the Blues. Out to center. Joseph. As St. Louis trying to get some offensive zone pressure the other way. 35 seconds to go. Time winding down. Thomas. Brought into the zone now, Buchnevich. Back then for Joseph. Joseph down low. Buchnevich trying to feed that one up to the point. He'll get it there. Now Tucker behind the net. Thomas in front. Buchnevich denied by Saros. If that even got on. Here's bunting now on the right side. 10 seconds left. Blues have it in their own end. Tucker. Drop back then for Falk. Falk to Buchnevich. Through center. Cleared into the Nashville zone. Joseph now behind the net. Pass in front. Denied. And that will do it for the middle frame. 3 goals in that period from Nashville. Forsberg, Schaefer, and Bunting with the goals in that. Yossi with 2 assists. And it's a 4-1 lead for the Predators here after 40 minutes of play. And that being said, folks, it is intermission time. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. We will be back for the start of the 3rd period momentarily. And the Blues definitely paid for the lack of discipline they had in that 2nd period. Not really taking some penalties and not playing the greatest disciplined hockey. All right, that being said, we're gonna get the Schaefer clip and upload that. Ducks beat the Rangers. Fun fact, that's the first time that Anaheim has beaten the Rangers in Madison Square Garden since 2013. So, fun fact about that game. I could have did that game. That game would have been good. But I decided to do 2 teams, but we don't do that often. And that's fine. Again, like, I want to grow other teams' fan bases instead of just doing the popular ones. Because what's the point of that then? All right, I'll update the all-time score sheet here first. Any intermission questions from you guys? I appreciate all the support. We are now 42 subscribers away with some subs gained here tonight. Updating the all-time score sheet here real quick, guys. Looking forward to the Oilers Boston. Hell yeah, bro. Yeah, I do want to get in a Vancouver one. I haven't looked at next week yet, but if there is one next week, I will be doing that one. I'll have to go take a look. I already have the rest of this week planned out. I know next week will be difficult because there will be streams on Monday and Thursday as per usual, but Thursday next week will be the World Juniors. So I need to figure out what I want to do for that. But there will be streams. Monday, maybe Tuesday too. I haven't decided. And all this stuff just fell in front of me below me. So that's great. All my hockey cards that I had over here just fell on the freaking floor. Wonderful. All of them fell. Oh my goodness. You guys want to see this? Look at this. So I have a bin of all my duplicate hockey cards, and I was keeping them down here, and look what happened. Ugh. Wonderful. Ain't that awesome? Yeah, I'm a big hockey card collector. There's the jug, by the way, too. The jug from previous streams. Try and fix this up here real quick. Sorry, guys, about that. Guys just heard a massive like collapse. Ugh, fix this up. It will be fun, and I'm doing the World Juniors. Yes. I only did like 2 games last year. I'm going to try and do more. The only problem with the World Juniors is that a lot of the time it's on NHL Network, and I don't have access to that. Or just like plain TSN. So a lot of the time, I'm like having to use like illegal sites. Fortunately, though, I think I got a brand new TV, and I think my new TV might have it. So I'll see. Otherwise, I think I'm going to have to end up buying a Hulu subscription for like a month and just use that. But yes, regardless of whether I'm using some kind of third-party site or I'm using a regular site, yes, I will be doing the World Juniors. But I am unsure of my schedule, though, with that. All right, I think I picked up all the cards. They are all back in the wonderful card holding pile. Do I make the same mistake? No, I do not. I'm not falling for that again. Gonna put them over there instead. All right, back to this. Screwed myself up. Got myself so off topic. Yeah, TSN there, but I'm in America, so I don't really have access to it. Oh, they're cousins. I was like thinking to myself, I'm like, is Reed like actually related to Matthew? Because like Reed's like a ginger kind of. And no, they're cousins. So I will take back my clip. All right. We got about 7 minutes till the start of the third period.
Vivid Pizza's lowest price guarantee means you get lower ticket prices in the Vivid Pizza. But Vivid Seats cannot guarantee that you'll impress.
Why is it doing that? How? There's nobody else that's on the freaking network.
Students graduate, that's also the next generation of workers that are going to be in our local community to keep things sustainable and to keep our community growing and prospering.
And there's thousands and thousands of hours of work that are going unfilled because we don't have enough skilled workers. This place fills those jobs. See what's happening in today's technical schools at tapedu.org/teched.
All right. Still in commercial break, folks. 10 days till the World Juniors, huh? I guess the World Junior rosters are going to be named this week, right? They kind of got to be because it's literally next week. Like next Friday. Wonder if I could pull off doing all 4 streams in one day. All right. Still about 5 minutes to go here until the start of the third. Shots are 20-12. I wonder if we'll see Jordan Bennington come out of the ice here to start the third. We'll see, though. That's what I hear. Yeah, it should be this week. There's 4 games. 12 o'clock. I think that's 2:30. 5 o'clock, and then 7:30. I wonder if I could pull off all 4 streams in one day. Wonder if I could do that.
Could the acute treatment of migraine with or without aura in adults. Nurtec ODT can provide relief in 2 hours, which can last up to 2 days.
All right, period number 3 in less than 5 minutes.
Allergic reactions can occur even days after use. Get help right away for trouble breathing or rash.
Check on Facebook here.
High blood pressure and Raynaud's syndrome can occur. Get help for high blood pressure, numbness, coolness, pain, or color changes in fingers and toes. Common side effect is nausea. Ask your doctor about Nurtec ODT.
Do you own a dishwasher but only use it for storage or as a drying rack? Get better results than hand washing with your dishwasher and Cascade Complete. Your dishwasher does the work for you with temperatures up to 140 degrees. Too hot for hands. Some dishwashers even have a sanitizing cycle. Load pots, pans, and tableware at the bottom with plastic and glassware on top. Cascade Complete removes visible and invisible residue for virtually spot-free and shiny dishes. Switch to your dishwasher and Cascade Complete.
The pace of today's economy can leave business owners feeling overwhelmed and outdone.
Outdone?
Not with the most powerful QuickBooks ever on the Intuit platform. With a team of AI agents who tackle jobs for you. Morning, payroll's ready.
Discover new leads.
And trusted experts.
Interview.
That's great. Solve problems with you. With the right team and the right tools, they can outdo anything that's holding their business back.
Outdo it with Intuit QuickBooks.
If history has taught us anything, it's not to root against the underdog. It's to know what's coming. Every great leap began with a bold first step, and there's no shortage of second chance. Against impossible odds, you don't step down. You win most. Kalshi, trade on anything.
All right. Red Bull will be needed. No, I've done that many streams in one day before. That's not like something I'm not used to. But it's been a while. I've only done it, I think, once before. It'd be the second time all time. I've done a triple header 2 or 3 times too. Unable to play video. Wonderful. Somebody is on my account. Who is on my account right now? All right, here we go. Let's get ready for the start of the third period here between the St. Louis Blues and the Nashville Predators. Start of the third period here on Hockey Fights Cancer Night. Not the greatest game, of course, from the home team, but Nashville has played phenomenal here tonight, highlighted by Philip Forsberg. Second period recap. Goals were scored by Michael Bunting, Philip Forsberg, and Reed Schaefer, as it is a 4-1 lead for the Nashville Predators heading into this third period. Showing off the only goal by St. Louis tonight came in the first period from Dalibor Dvorsky. We saw some fights as well. A lot of power plays, a lot of physicality for sure. And there's been a ton of that here tonight, definitely. There was a lot less of it in the second period, as I kind of predicted. And let's get ready for the start of the third and final period here in just a moment. So I believe Joel Hofer is going to stay in the net despite allowing 4 goals on 20 shots. Yes, he will. And here we go. The third and final period between these two teams is underway. Face-off won then by the Blues. Parayko will clear it back down low to the Nashville end. Wilsby now with the puck on the right side. Cleared back behind the net. Predators have it. Forsberg off the boards. Will dump that one back into the St. Louis zone. Hofer on the right side to Parayko. Up to the point. Shea a shot. And it goes wide and back around now behind the net. Clear back down low. Evangelista a shot. Denied by Hofer. And I think they're leaving Hofer in there not just because of, you know, obviously maybe he's not playing the greatest, but as well as that too. The Blues have not been playing that great in front of him. Some power play goals, some penalties that should not have been penalties. Not the ref's discretion, but obviously St. Louis just kind of playing lazy hockey here a bit. Also, the Predators are just a better team. Through the zone now, Predators bring it in. Blues down low. Neighbors battling for it. Shen with the puck. Moves to center. A shot. Saved by Saros. Rebound is there. And it's banked away then by the Preds. Cleared out to center. Neighbors will clear that one back in down low. Yossi battling for it alongside Fabry. Down low, Perbix off the board. Stolen back then by St. Louis. Yossi on the right side. Poke checked out to Hala. 3-on-2 now the other way. Hala to Marchessault. It's blown dead for offsides. Superhero Day. January 2nd. Huh. Face-off now in the St. Louis zone is won by the Predators. Cleared back into the St. Louis zone. Hofer now behind the net. Gives it up then for Fowler. Fowler through center. Intercepted then by the Preds. Stamkos drops it back into the zone. Deking in a backhand save by Hofer there on Wood. As St. Louis attempting to clear. Marchessault to the point. Haig. Played back then down low. It's intercepted by the Blues. Here they come the other way with speed. Turokchenko into the zone. Takes it wide. Trying to feed it in front. And they couldn't get that one through. Now Mailloux a shot. It goes off of a stick in front. And back to Sundqvist, who will dump it down low. Sundqvist. Puck slides out of the Nashville zone. Blues are forced to get on sides. And St. Louis here will regroup with the puck. Carrying it back now into their own zone more and more. Just kind of stick handling with it here. Back then for Thomas, who brings it in down low. Stolen back then by McCarron off the boards. Predators have it. Shea. Played out to center. Jost dumps it into the zone. Now Tucker here in the corner, battling forward alongside the likes of McCarron. And Falk will clear out to center. Blues bring it in. Tucker, a shot off of Saros' pad. And back around behind the net. Wiseby with the puck here for Nashville. It's a 4-1 game. Cleared back down low into the St. Louis end. Parayko throws it around behind his own net. And here come the Blues the other way. Through center. Suter in front for Dvorsky. Couldn't get the shot on Saros clearly. Battling forward here in the corner now. It's Perbix. Banked around then for O'Reilly. O'Reilly off the boards. Cleared in then by Evangelista. Down low behind the net, Parayko. Centering pass. And it'll come back into the Nashville end. Predators with a 3-goal lead. With 3.5 minutes passed in the third period. Broberg now on the right side. Trying to clear. Preds keep it in. Hala. Down low. Intercepted then by Nashville. Shen will bank that one into the Nashville zone. Yossi battling for it with him down low. Blues have it. Behind the net, Fowler. Fowler looks. Waits for options. Will circle back around here on the right side. Now behind the net. Shen. Up to the point. Mailloux. Skates it around now down low. Back then for Shen at the point. Shen to Mailloux. Tipped off a stick and back down low to the other corner. And Nashville will get it out. St. Louis kind of controlling things here. Starting to get some offensive zone pressure. No shots, though. In the zone now, Svechnikov. Tied up then by Sundqvist. Falk gets it back then for the Blues. Banked off the boards here. Sundqvist the other way. 3-on-2 into the zone. Sundqvist shoots it. Gloved by Saros. And he will hold that puck. He has not faced a lot of shots tonight, but when he does, he's been just about perfect. Blues are only 4 points back. I didn't even realize that. Face off here now in the Nashville zone. A shot from Tucker. Goes off of Saros. Falk at the point. Sends it back down low. It'll bank off the boards on the right side. Cleared all the way back out. And into the Blues end. Hofer off his own side of the board. Stolen back then by the Preds. McCarron will bank that one down low then for Shea as Nashville regroups. Shots are 22-16 here. In favor of the Preds, they have a 4-1 lead. Nashville with the puck. Into the zone. Schaefer to Yossi, and it's offsides. Brady Tkachuk overtime winner against the Jets. Sens needed a win for sure. Good that they got one. Be sure to follow the Nordcast Network. We had a new episode upload today of not just the Northern Block podcast, but also the Royals Rundown as well. There will be a new Nordcast tomorrow, too. Got to edit and upload that. Plenty of podcasts coming out. Predators trying to bring that one into the zone. O'Reilly with some room. Drops it back. At the point now, Yossi to Evangelista. On the right side then, it's Perbix who banks it back down low. Now Broberg battling forward here on the right side. To center, Forsberg intercepts it. Philip Forsberg drops it back. Back up to Forsberg. He shoots it on net. It goes wide. And off the boards then for Joseph, who will take it back down the other way. Joseph to center. Broberg drops back in front. Thomas! He can't put it past Saros. Back in front, and it's denied by Saros again. Now Forsberg gains the red line and dumps it back into the St. Louis zone. A close chance there. And Joseph looked like he got hurt on that play. Hopefully he's okay. Turnover here. Stamkos into the zone. Gets a shot on Hofer. And he makes the save. Eventful sequence there for a moment. Shots are 22-16. It's 4-1.
Life is full of surprises. That's why we're keeping your internet price the same with the 5-year price guarantee, only from Xfinity. Xfinity, behind your nine.
Thank you all so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Be sure to subscribe down below if you're new. It'd be greatly appreciated. Trying to get to 4,000 subscribers. We are 40 subs away. We are doing pretty good for ourselves. We're getting closer and closer to that milestone every single day. I appreciate all the support from you guys. It means a lot. And Joseph with a chance there off the post. And if that were to connect, that would have been made it a 4-2 game, but obviously it did not get through. Here's Haig, shoots it on net, blocked in front, rebounds there, and denied by Hofer if that even got on net. Cleared out to center. Predators with the puck. Stamkos to Svechkov, who clears that one down low. Hofer on the right side. Blues have it now as a 2-on-2 the other way. As McGing falls on his feet, and it's cleared the other way then by the Preds. Blues regroup here on the right side. Mailloux drops it off the board. Stolen back then by Nashville. Into the zone, Stamkos with some room. Down low now, Haig behind the net. Feeds it in front. There's nobody there. At the point now is Shea. He won't shoot it. Now he shoots it. And it goes up in the air and back now behind the net. I don't know why he waited to shoot it till then, but all right. Here come the Blues now the other way. Cleared back into the Nashville zone. Texier, intercepted pass, and they couldn't get the backhander off. That will be a penalty against the Preds. Falk at the point now as Hofer heads to the empty net. 6-on-5. Blues with the puck. Shen in front for Fabry, and a Predator stick touches it. And we will get a whistle here, but regardless of that, it is a St. Louis power play and a chance to put themselves within 2.
That's a no-brainer right there. And now for the Nashville Predators, Andrew Brunette. Their kill has got to do a job here for St. Louis Cards. You're looking for a spark, something to get yourself within 2. You get within 2, that's pull the goaltender situation, and anything really can happen.
Sorry about that, guys. Texting one of the guys on the Nordcast Network. Power play for St. Louis. And off the draw, Nashville clears it down the other way. So there goes that. Blues with the puck. Dropping it back now through the zone. Buchnevich to Thomas. Thomas into the zone to Neighbors. Battling forward here now in the corner. Yost at the point to Fowler. Blues have it. Fowler to Buchnevich to Thomas. Down low then Neighbors. Neighbors in front. Buchnevich denied by Saros. Dvorsky now down low in the corner. Cleared back up to the point. Thomas on the right side looking for the puck. Buchnevich waits. Down low. Neighbors in front. They score! Dalibor Dvorsky, his second of the night. It's 4-2 on the power play. 11:31 left to go here in the third period. Dvorsky has 2. His 5th goal of the season here on the power play for St. Louis from Jake Neighbors and Buchnevich. And it's a 4-2 hockey game. And don't look now, 11.5 minutes to go. There's plenty of time for the Blues to come back. Plenty of time for 2 more. And Dvorsky, his 2nd goal of the night. We have 2 players here looking for that 3rd. Cleared back down low into the St. Louis end. Broberg here on the right side. Back to Parayko now down low. St. Louis has had control of the majority of this third period, and they get a huge goal there. Clear back into the Predators zone. It goes up and out of play. And Dvorsky, the young rookie, his 5th goal of the year, drafted back in 2023. Alongside Otto Stenberg, who was called up from Springfield this past week. Thought he was going to play tonight, but I guess it was a little bit too late for that, of course. Face-off here now on the right side, won by the Blues. Through center, Broberg brings it in, trying to feed it past the center. It goes in then on Saros and denied. Jabbing at that puck in front, stolen back then by the Preds. Evangelista trying to clear out the center. Stolen back then down low. Shea banked off the boards and back out the center. Here they come the other way. Evangelista into the zone, looking for options. Drops it back to Forsberg, goes through his stick. And the Predators do get to that puck first and dump it back into the St. Louis end. Approaching the midway point here of the third period. Nashville leads by 2 now instead of 3. Blues with the puck. Luff on the right side battling for it now. Up to the point. Mailloux shot gloved by Saros. And Blues Get your shots on goal. Get all the chances you can get. Face off here now in the Nashville zone. Won by the Preds. Perbix banks it off the boards, trying to race it back the other way. Predators have it. Pass in front, goes off of a stick and out of play into the audience. Hopefully everybody else is okay after that little sequence there. Predators with a 2-goal lead here, but at the risk of losing it if the Blues keep on the pressure. Preds could use another one for sure. Face off in the St. Louis end. Won by the Preds. Yossi on the right side, taking it around now behind the net. Battling forward alongside Falk. Behind the net now, Yost. Trying to bank that one up to Yossi. Clears it around now behind the net. Back to Sundqvist. Sundqvist out to center. Blues racing for it. Toropchenko gets to the icing first. Battling forward here in the corner. Picked up then by Luff. Luff behind the net. Banked off the boards then to the point to Tucker. Blues have it. Down low, Toropchenko. Couldn't hold that one now on the right side. Toropchenko moves to center, shoots it, and it goes off of a Predator. Justin Falk now in the St. Louis end. Through center. Dvorsky now brings it out in front. And that one goes wide. Parayko shoots it on net. It was in front there for Saros. And he makes the save. Just keep getting the shots on. Dalibor Dvorsky, his second goal of the night. Shots are 24-20 with 9:04 to go. It's 4-2. Both goaltenders with their current save percentages. Saros has stopped 18 of 20 as a .900 on the dot. Hofer has stopped 20 of 24, .833. And Hofer had a pretty good stretch of games and not a great one here tonight. Igor Shesterkin reportedly broke his stick. Huh. Interesting. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Like the stream down below if you're new. If you like the stream, it helps out with the engagement, brings more people in here. So thank you guys so much. 9:04 remaining here in this third period. Predators with a 2-goal lead. Nice little backdoor play there for Dvorsky. From Neighbors and Buchnevich. Face off. Won by the Preds. Cleared all the way down the other way. And in for an icing against Nashville. Here in Enterprise Center. Again, these teams will face off 2 more times. One of them being December 27th, the other time being February 2nd. Here's Shen now versus O'Reilly. Face off. One back then by the Preds. Off the boards now Forsberg. Clears out to center. Evangelista dumps it into the zone. Hofer banks it off the boards now to Broberg. Right side then for Neighbors. Neighbors to Fabry. Fabry brings it into the zone. Battling for it down low. It slides around behind the net. Neighbors trying to get that puck. Shen down low. Feeds it up to the point. Broberg trying to get it around O'Reilly. He gets knocked down and cleared the other way as Nashville. Blues with the puck now in their own zone. Dvorsky gives it back to Parayko. Pass off the boards as St. Louis trying to bring it into the zone. Svechkov intercepts a pass. Predators will dump it right back in. 8 minutes to go here now in the third period. Through center. With speed now is McGing. Cleared into the Nashville zone. Behind the net, St. Louis battling for it. Perbix off the boards now to the right side. Cleared to center is Svechkov. Svechkov trying to bring it the other way. Stolen back then by the Blues. Off the boards then for Dvorsky, who will dump that one in down low. Off the boards, Yossi trying to bring that one ahead. Cleared back into the St. Louis zone. Blues hold the puck. Here they come now through center. Thomas trying to bring that one in. Will feed a pass in front. Can't get it through. Buchnevich behind the net to Thomas. Thomas trying to send it in front. 4 Predators are there blocking the play. Now Joseph down low. Stolen back then by Nashville. St. Louis does keep it in. Banked around now behind the net. Buchnevich pass in front. Nobody is there. And it's cleared out of the zone. And the fans were booing because they wanted a holding call. And they did not get it. Here's Thomas. Drops it back to the point to Falk. Cleared around now behind the net. St. Louis can't even get any shots on. Shot there from Joseph is blocked. They're not even really controlling the puck. Like Nashville's wherever they are every time. 3-on-2. Yost dumps it into the zone. Toropchenko battling for it down low. Behind the net now McCarron. In front for Yost. He can't get the shot on. And battling for it now down low. Predators get it. Schaefer behind the net to Yost. Down low then to McCarron. Behind the net now Toropchenko battling for it. Schaefer intercepted there by the Blues. 3-on-3 the other way. Toropchenko. Pass back up to Luff. Into the zone. A chance. Wraparound. And they couldn't get it around him. They got it around Hofer the other goal. Evangelista now behind the net. Predators have it through the neutral zone. Less than 6 minutes to go now in this third period. Forsberg trying to bring that one to center. Blues steal it right back. Parayko to Broberg. Broberg skating it now through center. Over then for Neighbors, who will come back to center and look for options. Intercepted by Evangelista. Not a lot of offensive zone chances here by the Blues. The Preds kind of keep getting in the way of everything. Battling forward here now in the corner. Blues with the puck. Feed up to the point. Nobody is there. Cleared down the other way. Hofer will give it up then for Mailloux. Mailloux behind the net now for St. Louis. Fowler. Banked off the boards. Racing forward with speed is Suter, who will battle forward here now down low. Puck thrown back up to the point. And Suter will regroup back with it in his own zone. Mailloux. Intercepted. Here come the Preds the other way. 2-on-1. It's Bunting with Marchessault. Bunting in front. Save by Hofer. 4.5 minutes to go here in the third period. It's a 2-goal lead for Nashville. Keep an eye on Hofer. When they get a chance, they will pull him. Bunting up to the point. Predators have pressure. Cleared now down low. Hofer out of his net. Loops that one around then for McGing, who will clear all the way down the other way. And no icing. 4:15 to go. 25-20 are the shots. Cleared down low into the St. Louis end once again. Hofer behind the net. Thomas will move through center. Falk, 3-on-3. Falk gets tied up there by O'Reilly. Stolen back then by Forsberg. Empty net for the hat trick. Philip Forsberg, hat trick goal as they pulled Hofer. He'll come right back, and Forsberg with the second hat trick this season. It's 5-2 Nashville. Forsberg from O'Reilly. And it is the second hat trick this season, the first for the Nashville Predators. And it is 5-2 Nashville. Philip Forsberg becomes the 9th Watch with Nordic player to score a hat trick in a live commentary stream, joining Patrick Laine, Kyle Connor, Ryan McLeod, Valerie Nichushkin, Mikko Rantanen, Mikhail Granlund, Sam Reinhart, and Alex Ovechkin. And that's the second hat trick this season. Yost now behind the net. 3:40 left to go here in this game, but this is pretty much wraps. Dumped into the zone then by Luff. Assist on that goal was from Ryan O'Reilly to make it a 5-2 score. Shots are now 26-20. I appreciate all the support from you guys in tonight's stream. It means a lot. Not the greatest stream in the world, of course. I understand that, but these are the kind of streams you need for growth. Grow the other team's fandoms here on the channel. Puck in front here on Saros. He makes the save. Stolen back then by McCarron on the right side and cleared back into the defensive zone for St. Louis. Less than 3. Svechkov now in the zone. And a whistle is blown here for a penalty, it looks like. And we're going to get a St. Louis power play. I wonder if they'll pull him. There's 2:48 to go. I wonder if they're going to pull Hofer now that they're on a power play. Interesting. Well, we'll go to our last commercial break here, it looks like. 2:48 left to go here in the third period. And Philip Forsberg with 3 goals. The 9th hat trick in live commentary history. It's 5-2. Always cool when you see a hat trick, of course. Forsberg becomes the 9th player to hit that. Love to see it. Whew. I appreciate all you guys tuning in. So we will be back on Thursday for Bruins and Oilers, followed by Stars and Sharks. And then we will also be live on Sunday for Avalanche and Wild. So setting itself up to be an exciting matchup there on Sunday, of course. Predators should win this game, barring anything crazy. I do appreciate everybody for tuning in here, of course. Hoping for Stamkos to score. Hey, he can still score. There's still a couple minutes left. Face off here now in the Nashville zone. St. Louis power play. Down low, Neighbors. Behind the net, battling forward here on the right side. Cleared. Trying to clear it back up to the point. Fowler to Thomas. Neighbors to the point to Thomas. Pass tipped as it goes wide. And now down low here for Perbix. Dvorsky is on the ice, who also has 2 goals tonight. And he tried to keep that puck in. He could not do so. Dvorsky. Thomas. Puck goes in the air then for Saros. He catches that puck, cleared by the Preds all the way back into the St. Louis zone. I thought they maybe pull Hofer just for the fun of it, but I guess they decided not to. Broberg drops it back to Thomas. Thomas to Buchnevich. Buchnevich back to Thomas. Drop back then for Suter. Suter up to the point. Broberg to Dvorsky. Dvorsky to Buchnevich. Back to Dvorsky. Dvorsky waits, fires it. Saved by Stars. Rebounds in front. He catches it with his glove and cleared back down low. Preds will get it and clear it the other way. And a nice chance there for St. Louis, and Dvorsky will get off the ice. Matt Luff out there on the ice. Approaching the last minute of regulation here. The Predators are going to win this one. Through the zone, Shen takes that one in now down low, battling for it alongside Perbix. Time winds down on the power play, heading into the last minute. Cleared away then by Nashville. Time will tick down. Through the zone, Broberg to Mailloux. Mailloux dumps it in. On the right side then, as the Predators pick up the puck, Yossi will clear out to center. And back down low then for Tucker. Tucker in the corner. Pass in front then as try to get a pass to, I think that was Holla in front. 20 seconds to go now as the time ticks down. Fabry behind the net. They'll rush the other way on a last chance. 10 seconds to go. Puck slides in. Icing with 10.1 left. So Nashville is going to win this game. It'll be their first commentary win in Watch with Nordic live stream history in their second game. Oh my God, that almost went into the net. Face-off won here by the Blues. Cleared back out to center. And that will do it. Final score, your Predators 5 and the Blues 2. As Nashville comes into St. Louis, Philip Forsberg becomes the 9th player in Watch with Nordic history to score a hat trick. His 11th of his career, and the Predators get the win here tonight. And that being said, folks, we will be live on Thursday for Bruins, Oilers, and Stars Sharks. So stay tuned until then. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Be sure to subscribe down below if you're new, and I will